Hi guys, it's the Mr. Flying Pig HD here. How's it going? Saturday morning, it's the MUFC Tour. International Champions Cup, maybe the only bit of silverware we'll be able to get this season. So let's hope that we put in a good performance today. Manchester United versus Inter Milan. Hopefully this is actually working right now. If it is, thanks so much for stopping by. Do us a favour, chuck a little cheeky like on this video. As you can see, I've got a new sort of background here. It's very cheesy, but hopefully you can see it. Let me know if you are in here tuning in live to this live stream. Of course, it's a big game today because it's the first real test of Manchester United's pre-season. Yeah, we beat those Gummers Leeds, you know, our bitter rivals. Yeah, you know, we beat Perth Glory, aka the Aussie Dog and Duck team. So it's not like we've had any major challenges so far in this pre-season. So to find out where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United side is against a good Inter side today, you know, it's going to be very valuable for us going into that Spurs game. Everybody hear me all right then, guys? Thanks for everybody who's already in here. Can you see me all right, guys? It says I've got a poor resolution or something, unsupported. Let me know if you can see me all right, if I need to change things. If not, teething problems. Oh, nice one, Liam. Thank you very much. Oh, Alex Rudd actually said, coming in clear. Fantastic. So here we are, guys, for the Manchester United versus Inter Milan game. Obviously, a few teething problems. Bit of a late start today. Kickoff should be in about a minute's time, so I've just made it in time. But of course, next time with all this being set up, hopefully, you know, we should be able to get going a lot quicker. But as you can see here, we've got the Manchester United starting 11 at the bottom of the screen. Hopefully you can see that. We've got David De Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka. Twanzebe is an interesting addition. Victor Lindelof. Luke Shaw. Matic, Static, Twatic is the captain. Pogba's in there. Daniel James. Lingard. Martial. And Rashford. I don't know why I've put the number 2 in there. But there we go. So we do have an interesting starting 11 today. Ole Gunnar has shown that he's interested in developing the youth just in these couple of games that we've had in the pre-season because you know, he's given vast opportunities to these players, people like Mason Greenwood, even saying that he's in contention for maybe starting the first Premier League game of the season. So, so he's given some players opportunities here. He's seeing what they can do. Alex Twanzebe, obviously, it's a very big game for him. Great opportunity for him to prove himself. So, interesting what Ole Gunnar's doing. And, of course, he made wholesale changes at halftime in the Leeds United game. Wholesale changes at halftime in the Perth game. So he's basically just blooding as many people as he can at the moment. Just to give players opportunities, see who's going to perform for him. See if there's anything that he likes. Boom chanka to everybody who is tuning in. I'm going to just do a bunch of shout-outs to you all. So, OTB comments, afternoon pig, how are we all doing? Afternoon to you too, OTB. Is that Alex Rincon? I have no idea, but shout out to James Mosscrop, how are you doing? Gaz Newton, Van Cam, Kevin Ashford, thank you very much for stopping by, mate. Good to see you in here. Ellis Belazka says, Pig, you are amazing. No, I take it. Thank you very much there, pal. Alex Rudd comments cheeky. Right, here we go. Yeah, we're getting stuck into the MUFC Tour 2019 live here against Inter Milan. Come on then, you freaking bunch of Italian pretenders. Let's be having ya. Oh, in the words of Delia Smith. So, Rashford, of course, he's looked very good in this tour, I think. Let's just talk about some of the players' performances up until this date. We've only had 2 games. And like I do say, it's not like we're playing top quality opposition. You're talking about gash teams like Perth Glory who, you know, let's be honest now. I could probably assemble me and a bunch of my mates and give them a decent game. That's obviously I'm kidding. But yeah, they're just not up to the level of a Premier League side, no matter how good the Aussie League has become over the last 5 years. So that wasn't really a test for United. Either way, we played well, we did the job. Pogba has had an excellent couple of games as well, you have to say, from the performances we've seen from him, that first flick in the first game. But look, I don't really care what the lad can do in these meaningless games against subpar opposition. Even this game today, really. Obviously, we want to see a great performance, but it's all about holding your bottle and doing it on the big occasion, or at least on just an average occasion, like trying to get 3 points against Cardiff City in the Premier League and things like that. Rudd says Alex Rincon is still sleeping. It's probably 6 a.m. It's 7 a.m. here. Very true. Oh, he's commented and just said, morning, Ruddy. I thought that was maybe Rincon because it said OTB, which is Alex Rincon's band name, I believe, on Better Terms. Check him out. Alex Rincon. Fair play to you, lad, for getting involved. All the Americans tuning in here, especially, thanks so much for getting involved and tuning in, because of course, this game is on at ridiculous o'clock where you are. 6 a.m., 7 a.m., depending where you are. Here we have it. The teams are lining up here. It's the International Champions Cup. Come on, lads. Bit of silverware opportunity for us. Rincon's commented with a super chat. Thank you very much for getting in here. He commented and said, come on, United. Absolutely. All the players are high-fiving each other now. The Inter Milan players. I'm not so sure about their kit, by the way. It's like a really girly sort of light teal colour. I don't know what they're going for there, but it looks absolutely shite, let's be honest. United's kit, on the other hand, looking pretty sick. Looking sick. So have you guys been impressed with what you've seen from Daniel James so far? Of course, he hit the post in the last game. He looks like he's got pure pace for days. And let's also talk about Wan-Bissaka. How has he fared so far? And from what you've seen from him, I've been very impressed with him. I thought his tackling, it was already on display in that first game against Perth Glory. I know we're only playing Perth Glory here and the players are not the best forwards in the world that he's coming up against, but still, you know, he would do a couple of Bobby Moore-esque challenges, let's be honest now. So he is looking like a very talented player. We know what to expect from him based on the Premier League campaign he had last season for Crystal Palace. Oh, wow. Oh, actually, it's not. Sorry, OTB. You commented and says, no, I'm not Alex or his band. Sorry, so I've actually got the letters jumbled up anyway. It's OBT. It's Alex Rincon's band. So there you go. Thank you so much for your comment there, OTB, just to clear things up. Abby in the house comments and says, why can't we buy players to support Lukaku as we are doing for Pogba? Well, I think that obviously Lukaku's just not in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's plans. He is a good player, but he's the type of player you need to play a certain way in order to get the best out of him. So you need to get a lot of balls into him in the air. You need to get a lot of players running off of him. So use him as a hold-up man and that sort of stuff. And that's fine. You know, he's a great target man and he is also a good finisher. But it's not generally how Manchester United should be playing, I don't think. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knows that. That's why he's favouring the likes of a 17-year-old Greenwood, because he's the sort of player that can, you know, get in behind a defender, has a bit more in terms of technical abilities and natural abilities with a football. Not saying Lukaku's not a good player, because his record speaks for itself in the Premier League, banging in the goals for Everton and West Brom. But, you know, we all know he's a big Emil Heskey lummox, isn't he? He doesn't have all the poise and the touch in the world, whereas somebody like Mason Greenwood looks like the potential's definitely there to be that quality technical player. Sort of like a Rashford is. I mean, Rashford needs to have a big season this season, no doubt about it, because for too long now, well, not too long, I mean, he's still a young man developing, but it's about time that he had a real breakout season. And if he is going to be given the mantle by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to, you know, to be our main forward up there, scoring the goals, he's going to have to get over 20 goals this season. He really, really is. Anything less than that, and it'll be an absolute calamity for the lad. That's if he's being played as like the true number 9, which he should be, because I think that is his best position. Does that mean United need to go out there and strengthen elsewhere if we do sell Romelu Lukaku? I would say yeah. But we do have Mason Greenwood. Oh, and the game has kicked off. Inter Milan have got us underway here. Come on, United! Live from the Singapore National Stadium. Oh, it's only a friendly, but I tell you what, it's got the old cojones tingling this game. Hi, Viking Red. Thank you very much for tuning in here. OTB comments, get another glimpse of our new signings. Really hope these aren't the only two we bring in. Absolutely. Like I said earlier on, I think Daniel James and Wan-Bissaka have looked good so far in the short time that we've seen them in a Manchester United shirt. But yeah, I mean, obviously we want them to look very good for the whole season. We do need to bring in a couple more players, definitely a midfielder, definitely a centre-back. So this whole Harry Maguire situation is just being completely drawn out. You know, just do the business, lads. I know we don't want to pay 80 million for a player who should only be really worth 60 million. But sometimes you've got to pay the money to get the player because everyone knows that we need him. He wants to come. It's a special situation. United should make it happen. Of course we don't want to do that, but it's just like you're getting rid of Lukaku and you're getting Maguire. It's almost like an indirect swap. So I don't see what the big deal is. Sometimes you do have to pay to get your man. You know, we paid a huge amount of money for Rio Ferdinand back in the day. Bargain. Turned out to be a bargain. Because you knew what you were getting. You knew you were getting quality. And don't get me wrong, Harry Maguire is no Rio Ferdinand. Because not many people are. But he's still a very, very, very good defender, which is something United desperately need. Here we go. Inter Milan playing out from the back here. Very direct bit of play from them. Few forward passes, and it does break down. It goes back to David De Gea in Manchester United's goal. He clips it out to the right wing to Wan-Bissaka. Lovely little give and go between Wan-Bissaka and Paul Pogba there. Martial plays it out to the left-hand side of the pitch. Here comes Jesse Lingard down the left. Not had a great tour so far, I'd have to say. Oh, fantastic run there by Marcus Rashford. And he's drawn a foul, I believe. And United looking very dangerous early on here, I must say, just because of the sheer pace we've got up top there. Although we have just lost the ball. Inter gather it up. Inter look to counter. I'll get in there. And Static Matic has won the ball back. 2 minutes, 25 seconds in this live stream, guys. Join in, get involved, comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the game. Of course, if you're not watching the game, I'll try and keep you up to date with that. Alex Rudd, sorry for not replying sooner. He says, can't find the game on TV. I had to subscribe to the MUTV app just for the month, just to so we can watch all the tour games with no issues. So I don't have a link for you, unfortunately, buddy. But yeah, hopefully you can find one somewhere. Daniel James playing a cheeky little ball in. To Wan-Bissaka, and it goes out for an Inter Milan goal kick. Liam says, what are you watching the game on? I'm watching on the MUTV app. So it's the only, I just wanted to watch it without any issues, out any buffering, out any freaking streams going down and stuff like that. So it seemed pretty good, actually. $7.99 for the month. You get a good few games for the preseason, and then I'll just cancel it because, you know, obviously you don't really, it's not really going to benefit me during the season too much. MUTV's a good channel, don't get me wrong. But I want to see the games live. Here we go, United ball into the box. It's over the bar there. What was that? And who was that? It was Marcus Rashford with the ball in. I personally thought that was absolutely a gosh-tastic bit of technique. Wasn't great there, but I don't know if it was a cross or a shot, but either way, it was high, wide, and handsome. Oh, nice, Alex Rudd. It's on ESPN2. Thank you very much. Nice one. Great stuff. Glad you can watch it. Gungshi in the house. How you doing, Gungshi, with a super chat? I'm going to read your comment out in a moment. The ball's just gone back to David De Gea. He comments and says, hey, Pig, might miss the game as I have to take my girlfriend out for dinner. Oh, well, somebody's getting lucky. Would rather stay in and do the watch along with you guys, to be honest. Okay, now I take it back. You're not getting lucky if she sees that comment. No chance. But thank you so much, Gungs, for getting involved here and super chatting as ever, man. You bunch of freaking, you absolute legend. Enjoy your dinner, mate. It is a shame you can't stick around for the game because it is going to be an exciting game based on the first 4 minutes, 40 seconds. It's been sort of end to end here. Inter Milan, we're closing them down, high pressing up the pitch here. They can't get it out of the freaking defence at the moment, Gungers. They can't get it out of the defence. Matic, what do you think about Matic as the captain? Still here. I'm surprised about that one, actually. I just didn't think that Matic would be that sort of a player that Solskjaer would want to keep around, but I guess he rates him. Seems a shame, though, because I know Matic has been a very, very good Premier League player. Oh, it's a great challenge by Wan-Bissaka into trying to whip the ball in, and Wan-Bissaka just does an insane sliding challenge. That was insane. He had no right to win that ball. This lad has got some serious tackling ability. Honestly, I'm so excited by the tackling ability of this man because we don't have any real players with great tackling ability. And of course, for a right back defensively, he should really shore us up. We've got replacement for Antonio Valencia effectively, but also Ashley Young was playing in that position last year. So now we've got Wan-Bissaka, who is actually defensively very, very, very solid. We'll see what he offers us going forward, but in terms of defensively, I think it's going to bring us quite a lot to our side. It's going to solidify us up quite a lot at the back there. Inter looking for that ball down the right-hand side. It is dealt with again by Manchester United here at the back. Looking very defensively sound, looking very comfortable, very high up the pitch we're set up at the moment. I think we're looking to press Inter high up the pitch. And at the moment, United controlling this game. We are really controlling this game. Obviously, we haven't made much happen yet, but we're passing it around the midfield here. Shauno53, thanks for tuning in. Morning to you two, watching along in Canada. Thanks so much everybody who's getting involved with this. Do us a favour, smash a cheeky like on it, and always, as always, get your thoughts in below during the live stream. Let's hear what you guys have got to say. Inter Milan, here they come on the break. It's a great through ball as well. They come down the right hand side. Oh, and it's a shocking cross to the back stick. Luckily, Manchester United win a foul. Daniel James has won a foul there. Yes, OTB says, I forgot what it's like to have a quality right back. I know it's been a while at Manchester United, hasn't it? I know Valencia did do a good job for us, but he was a flying winger converted into a flying wing back. So not a true right back. Gary Neville springs to mind, of course. What an absolutely solid man. But it's been a while since we had a true right back there. And he looks fantastic. I mean, from what we've seen in these couple of pre-season games, he does look fantastic so far. Think he's going to be a very good signing for us. Very happy so far about the signing of Wan-Bissaka. I don't see how it's going to work out any worse than who was playing there last season, aka Gashley. Richard James comments, good start from United. Inter don't look that bothered at all. Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, if you're looking at who's running the most, who's closing down, it's United. Inter is standoffish. Inter don't look as energised. They don't look as intent on trying to make something happen. Like they're just going to sit back, play us on the counter here. I mean, it's a friendly, trying to find things out, of course. Oh, and the ball's gone to Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side of the pitch. Can he get that ball in? He does the defender, and he almost gets to crossing. Defender blocks it, but he's kept the ball. He goes back. Very good play from Wan-Bissaka there. And the ball is played out to the edge of Manchester United's area. It's Marcus Rashford on the ball. Can he shoot? Can he shoot? He can. It is blocked, and it's a corner for United. Good bit of play there. Good bit of play there from Wan-Bissaka as well. Couldn't get the ball in, couldn't get the cross in, but he kept hold of the ball. He found another pass. We switched play to the other side of the pitch where Rashford was waiting for it. He tried to find that half a yard of space and ping the ball in. Good block by Inter's defence there, and it is a corner to United. Viking Red, shout out to you, buddy. Love the man button. Thank you very much. Tactician Tom, my brother in the house, he comments, Twanzebe's a beast. I very much think that he's got the potential to be a beast. Let's see what he can do. Antonio Conte, of course, a.k.a. Dracula's little brother on the sidelines. Desperate. He's desperate to get hold of Romelu Lukaku. He really is. I heard an article from him yesterday, and he was saying that Lukaku would be very important to Inter. You can understand why. He's a very big physical player. Here he is. Oh. Antonio, what's he doing? Oh, come on. It's a foul there. And Brozovic has made a foul on the Manchester United player. Who is it? Who's just been brought down to the ground? I believe it's Daniel James there. Come on, lad. It's a friendly. There was no love lost in that Leeds United game either, by the way, was there? Of course, that's how we like to see it. Just so happy we didn't bottle that game. Because we easily could have, we easily could have done like a Frank Lampard Chelsea on them and bottled it. But it's good that we managed to get the win because obviously any time you face Leeds, you've got to battle them. Gaz Newton says Rafael was quality, so much passion. Are you talking about Rafael da Silva or a different Rafael? Rafael da Silva, though, yeah, he was actually pretty decent. You know, when United had him, it's like Alex Ferguson just made these players much better than they actually are. People like Nani, people like Anderson. It's like, really, they're not that great. Rafael was a good player for us, but I don't actually think he's that good of a player. Although, do you remember that volley he scored from like 45 yards out? From an angle? Or was that his brother? I can't remember now, but it was freaking awesome. The Rat Extreme says, how's it from South Africa, Pig? It is going good, pal. It's going very good, pal. How are you, pal? Found any good diamonds recently, mate? I can't really do it, but thank you so much for joining in. Oh, what the hell are we doing? Twanzibi just passed it back to David De Gea there. David De Gea's kicked it out for a corner. Don't really know what happened there. Inter Milan growing into this game a little bit. Obviously, we were mentioning earlier that maybe they weren't quite up to this today. They weren't at the races, but it does look like they are trying a little bit harder now. They look sort of more bothered now. Yeah, guys, talking about Rafael da Silva, absolute beast. Marty J, how's it going? He comments and says, where's Lukaku? Lukaku is not currently playing because we're pretty much using this opportunity to negotiate with Inter Milan. And of course, you don't want to have one of your assets out on the pitch where they can maybe pick up a knock, pick up an injury. It seems clear to me that he's just not in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's plans. And Ole Gunnar's doing the right thing, really. If he's not in his plans, he's not going to play him, and he'd rather progress the career of 17-year-old Mason Greenwood, who does look to have so much potential and has had a good tour so far. Then he's going to want to get rid of Romelu Lukaku because, you know, I'm sure he respects the lad. It wouldn't be the worst thing if we kept hold of Romelu Lukaku like as a backup striker, but that's not going to satisfy Romelu. He is a good player. He's going to have to, he can go and play for another top team like Inter Milan, no doubt about it, or he could go back and play for Everton. So I think he'd be happy with a move because it's clear Ole Gunnar doesn't see him in his plans in the same way that he does for people like Rashford and even Greenwood. And if we did get rid of Lukaku, maybe even you might just see the possibility of another forward coming into Manchester United. I very much doubt it. There was a lot of speculation and rumours about United making a bid to Arsenal for Aubameyang the other day. I mean, I don't understand why that would really make sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a good player, he's 30 years old, I really rate him, but I don't think Arsenal would sell him to us right now, would they? It's not like the RVP situation where they absolutely have to cash in right now because he's only got 6 months on his contract or whatever. Although maybe it is, I don't actually know. But it just seems like it was only yesterday that Aubameyang signed for Arsenal. They've got, of course, got Obamas and they've got Lacazette, very good strike force. They'd be foolish to damage that. But it's not what I want to see from United anyway right now. I'd rather see us... I actually really would have liked to have seen us sign Antoine Griezmann. I know that wasn't going to happen, but he's gone to Barcelona in the end for 120 million, which is actually quite good value. It sounds crazy to say, but it's sort of good value in this modern day and age with players like João Felix going for 135 mil. So yeah, I think we could definitely do with another striker coming in, even if Greenwood does kick on really well. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, it's a great pass to Daniel James. Daniel James with a cross into the box, and it is dealt with by Inter's defence there. But it was a fantastic bit of play. Oh! Oh, man, what a shot there. Luke Shaw from about 30 yards out has just absolutely pinged it with his left foot. Handanovic sprawling across his goal to make the save. And Luke Shaw gets his head up. It's actually a really good shot. I'm not sure if Handanovic does just get a touch on it and it's a corner, or is it a goal kick? But either way, Luke Shaw showed a bit of confidence there. He's found himself in a good position, and he wasn't afraid to have a pop there. Fair play to the lad. Alex Rudd says, very close. It was a very close effort there from Luke Shaw. Fair play to the lad. Buster B comments, all right, Piggy, all right, lad. How you doing, Buster? Thanks for stopping by on the live stream. DJ Samuel, good luck today. Thank you very much, DJ Samuel. Much appreciated. Bunch of legends who are tuning in right now. You really are. Especially the Americanos in here, because of course I know it's proper early in the morning, so the fact that you're watching the Man United game, or this, if you're not watching the Man United game, is just pure commitment. It really is pure commitment. I know I've been a little bit rubbish over the last couple of years, but I'm going to try and do a live stream for every single game this season. I really am. And that includes a pre-season. So the Spurs game, every single game we play, I'm going to try and do a live stream just like this, with commentary of the games. This is going to be a bit more chilled out than some of the other games that are coming, I'm sure, because obviously they're more meaningful. I'm in negotiations with Henry at the moment to possibly try and do something for the Man United Spurs friendly next week, obviously, because he is a dirty Spurs fan. And it'd be great if he could somehow watch the game along with me, but I don't know, obviously times and things like that, what he's up to that day. But I'm in negotiations with the lad, so let's see what we can do there. Hopefully we can watch the game with the hen, the Spurs game with the hen, and then we can mock him throughout as United tear them apart, hopefully. Gaz says slower league will suit Lukaku. I totally agree. Physical, I mean, to be fair, the Serie A, it would suit all of our players more than it would the Premier League, because you just get that little bit more time and space. People like Pogba obviously excelled over there ridiculously, and I'm sure he would do again if he was to go back there, which doesn't look like it's going to happen right now, to be fair. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to keep Paul Pogba. A couple of decent performances in the tour are not going to change my mind on the lad, but if Ole's got faith in him, Ole believes in him, if Ole's going to select him and play him next season, then of course I'll give him the opportunities to earn his place in the team. But if I see one shoddy performance from the lad where his head goes, I'm not even talking about just his actual input in the game, I'm talking about his character, how he's leading himself, how he's holding himself out there on the pitch. If I see one freaking drop of the head, I will not be happy, I'll tell you that. Because he's supposed to be one of our leaders. I mean, we do have the likes of Matic and Young and stuff like that captain in the side, but Pogba should be absolutely one of our true leaders in the centre of the park there to drag us forward. So I want to see a bit more bottle from the lad. That's it. Listen, people think I hate Paul Pogba. I don't hate Paul Pogba. I actually think he's a pretty funny dude. What I don't like is bottle jobbing it in games and not fighting. That's what I don't like. I want to see you fighting for that result. Even if we're 3-0 down, I want to see you fighting. That's what it's all about. 18 minutes into this International Champions Cup game here, in pre-season, in Singapore, into Milan, unable to make any sort of a real meaningful attack. Oh, crikey, they just put a ball into the box there. It's dealt with fantastically at the near post by Victor Lindelof, who, of course, is hoping to excel this season. He did have a very good season, one of the only defenders in the United side to have a good season last year. He developed probably more than anybody in Manchester United's side last season. It wasn't a great season for progression for Manchester United, but certainly Victor Lindelof, from the start of the season where everybody was saying, nah mate, you're too ropey, you're far too ropey and gash, to the end of the season where, yeah, he has clearly established one of our better defenders, even under the Jose Mourinho gashness. He was one of our better defenders. So can he be the man this season to maybe partner somebody like Harry Maguire? I think that would be very, very good actually, because they're both good big units, but they're good ball-playing defenders. And sometimes you can argue you only really need one good ball-playing defender and one stopper, but it can't hurt. I think United need quality at the back. We need to be able to hold the ball at the back a little bit more. Too many times inviting pressure onto ourselves. Jose Mourinho is trying to pass it around from the back, play it out from the back. But when you've got Jones and Smalling, I don't think they have quite the technical abilities and maybe the vision and things like that as some of these other players. LX Flowers comments, where's Sanchez been at? It's a very good question. Out on a dog walk, I'm sure, because that's all the lad does. Entering Bruno Mars lookalike competitions, finishing first. That sort of thing, that's all he's been up to. Because he's not been bloody doing anything else. It's a really shit situation with Alexis Sanchez, actually, because I'm sure at this stage he probably would want to go, because United fans are just not endeared to him at all, because of the shite season that he's had and the fact that he is on a ridiculous amount of money. It's not his fault. If Ed Woodward came knocking at your door and said, do you want to play for us for $500,000 a week? Of course you're going to rip their freaking hand off. But the problem is, now no other teams are prepared to match those wages. They wouldn't even pay him half, maybe just about half of that. So we would have to fork up the rest, which means we're probably not going to get rid of him. So is he going to feature and break into the side? Well, his motivations will be revealed. if he wants to be a great player, if he wants to go down in history, if he wants to have a little piece of United's history of transitioning us back to that team, then maybe, then maybe he can have a great season. But I just don't think he's that man for us anymore. I think he's got his contract, he's got his payday, and as much as he was a great match winner and somebody who always harried and tried and really put an effort in for Arsenal, he just hasn't done that for us. So Lee Matthews comments, Pogba isn't a leader. We need one at the moment. Yeah, 100% agree with you, Lee. We do need leaders. That's something that we've been crying out for a long time. You know, the signings that we've made this summer are still not leaders. I think if you've got somebody like Harry Maguire, obviously that does give you a leader at the back there, somebody to marshal, organise the defence. And he's a very good leader. You see that for Leicester City. I think he'd be very good for us. And Wan-Bissaka has just committed a foul on the edge of the area. Sorry, it was Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe's committed a foul. Had a good game so far. Looked very decent. And he's just a little bit late there. He's gone past the ball and he has taken out Inter's winger there. And it is a free kick to Inter Milan. Marty says, do you think Axel can become first squad player? Yeah, maybe. I mean, just maybe. I've always rated him. From what I've seen from him, I've always rated the lad. Of course, he's not had much opportunities in a United shirt to prove himself. On loan last year and things like that. But he is a good player. He does have potential. So why not try and bring the youth on a bit? Why not giving him opportunity? It's not like selecting Smalling or Jones right now is going to be that much better. Do you know what I mean? At least give the opportunity, give the learning experience to a young lad. Oh, it's a dangerous ball into the box by Inter there, but it's dealt with fantastically. And who was it? I think it was Axel Tuanzebe with the header away. It was a wonderful header away. Great defensive header. 22 minutes, 16 seconds gone on the clock. And there you go. We were just talking about Tuanzebe, and he does a fantastic defensive clearance away to make up for giving away the free kick there. Rudd says Inter will be dangerous at set pieces. Absolutely. United, dangerous defending set pieces, that's for sure, if last season's to go by. But we did actually score a set piece the other day in that game against Leeds. Phil Jones with the header. So that was impressive. I can't remember us scoring like a set piece like that, a direct header from a free kick for a long time. So that was nice to see, even if it was Phil Jones getting on the end of it. Absolutely buckling today, by the way, lads and lasses. I don't know if you saw my YouTube stories that I put on last night, but like 20 to 4, I was just up. I just thought I'd, ask you guys to send me questions for tomorrow's Ask the Pig Q&A Sunday video, which I'll be bringing back. Oh, yeah. And also just do a few ramblings on YouTube late at night. And obviously then I stood up until about 7 a.m. so I couldn't sleep. So pretty knackered. I've only had a few hours sleep here. But yeah, please do send me questions. Somewhere in the comment section, not on the live stream here obviously, but maybe tweet me at MrFlyingPigHD using the hashtag AskThePig, because I wanted to bring back my Q&As, and not just Q&As where you ask me questions about United, but sort of a bit comedic Q&As. I was watching a couple of my old Q&A videos back, which I haven't done for years, and I just thought, you know what, it's pretty funny, man. I'm going to start doing these type of videos again. So that's my plan, is to do some comedic Q&A Sunday videos. So help me out, ask me some questions I might be able to use, some good material, and I'll try and do my best with it. But not on here, not on the live stream. Tweet me at MrFlyingPigHD using the hashtag AskThePig. We've got 50 legends tuning into the live stream. Just to reassure me, are we dropping any frames? Is the audio coming through right? Are we looking fine on the live stream? Because it's saying that I've got not the best stream health right now, so that's not good. Alex Rudd, you are seriously on the ball here. He is deleting fools who are putting links all over this live chat like no other. Thank you very much, Rudd, for moderating, you bunch of... Why do I keep saying bunch of legends? You're just one person. You legend. "24 minutes, 44 seconds gone on the clock. Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the ball now. He drives forward with a run. Giving the ball away there. Inter Milan look to play out from the back. And Inter are a good team. I mean, this isn't the Inter side of a few years ago. All that Inter, that Jose Mourinho Inter side with Materazzi and Milito and all those guys in. This is a bit of a shite Inter team, but we're a bit of a shite United team. Inter, they're still going to be a good team. They're still one of the best teams in Italy. They've got Antonio Conte in charge. Of course, a very good manager. So this is a good test. And so far, United are looking good. We're looking comfortable. Out of the two sides, we are looking the most likely to make something happen. Rudd says, any spammer will be slayed. Great to hear. OTB, thank you very much for reassuring me. He says, looking and sounding good here, Pig. Gaz says, quality good. Richard James, it's okay, Pig. Viking Red, clear and sound, Pig. Legends, thank you very much. Good to know. I wonder how Gungshi's getting on with his meal with his missus. Hopefully she did not see that comment about rather hanging out with us guys and watching this game. But there you go. Of course, he is a Man United fan. He is a bloke. So she probably knows that anyway. Jesse Lingard with a great run forward, and he is brought down. It's a dirty foul. Should be a yellow card, and it is. It's a yellow card. Jesse Lingard brought down. Dangerous area for a free kick. This just outside the box there. So hopefully we can. Who's going to take the free kick, I wonder? But that's a good run by Jesse Lingard. It's a real late challenge, a bit of a lunge there. And Jesse Lingard is brought down to the ground. Maybe he sort of dives. Oh, dear. There's a little bit of contact. It's a little bit of a delay. But Marcelo Brozovic has been given the yellow card for that foul on Jesse Lingard there. Looks like Rashford's stepping over the ball here. About 25 yards out, just outside the box. Is he going to hit it? Matic is also standing near it. There's no way he's going to hit it. Go on, Rashford. Ping it, lad. Go on. Great position for a free kick. It's like, if this is David Beckham, this is going right to the top corner. Go on. Go on, Rashford. Can you hit it, lad? Can you hit it? Oh, he hits the wall, unfortunately. It goes out to Wan-Bissaka. He gets the ball back in. Oh, it was a good cross in. He does find the red shirt, but the shot is then blocked by Inter Milan's defence. Wan-Bissaka on the ball again. Down United's right-hand side. It's played back into the middle. Twanzebe on the ball now. Oh, he looks good, this Twanzebe. He just did a little cheeky run. And, we just had another shot from about 35 yards out. Who was that with the shot? Bit of a crazy shot. United players looking full of confidence. It was Marcus Rashford again. So he's got an eye for goal. He's got his confidence there. That was very ambitious having a shot from there. So it goes to show you what sort of a mood he is in. Hopefully we'll see him ripple the back of the net. Two seconds, guys. Just going to tweet something out here. Hopefully you can see the graphic at the bottom of my screen with the starting 11. I'm going to try and update this throughout the game, but probably not. Probably not, let's be honest now. Free kick to Inter Milan here. 29 minutes gone on the clock. $30 minutes gone, pretty much anyway. Right, let me just share this out, guys. Free kick to Inter Milan here. Just realised I always do this. I never tweet it out or share it before I start live. What is that? What is my issue there, guys? Right, here we go. Oh, crap, and I always just missed a Manchester United goal there. It was actually cleared away in the end by Inter, but it looks like Marcus Rashford just had a chance. I totally missed it, so United still on the attack, though. Boomchanker, all sorted, tweeted. Please give it a share if you're on Twitter. Go to my Twitter feed, Mr. Flying Pig HD. Oh, it's a great ball in by Daniel James there. It's cleared away. Thank you, Alex Rincon. He says the graphics look good. Thank you very much. Shout out to Aldo Haku as well for tuning in here. Alex says the background looks like another YouTube who will not be named. Well, I was trying to go for not that, obviously. Do you know what I mean? But trying to improve the sort of look of the channel here. But yeah, they didn't invent this shit. Do you know what I mean? They didn't invent this shit. So I'll just... Anyway, I did this a few years ago, if you remember, but I just couldn't figure out how to keep it sustained. But now I have, so... Try to improve the professionalism a little bit, anyway. So, did you enjoy my hat-trick last night, lads and lasses? It was pretty decent in the El Trafico Classico. Do you know what I mean? Pretty freaking decent performance from me, weren't it? Got on the score sheet 3 times. Left foot, right foot, and the odd noggin. Fantastic hat-trick. No, honestly, just a little break in the action here. Let's talk about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Would you still have him at United? Of course you bloody would. Even though he's old. He was supposed to never come back from that injury. You know, to the full extent. And I know he's playing in the MLS, and it is obviously nowhere near the standard as the Premier League. But still, this man, that first goal to knock it over the defender's head and then volley like that and bang it in with your right foot. And then that second goal, that audacious header. Then the third goal, left foot from distance. I mean, he is something else. He is absolutely setting it alight over in the MLS. He's one of my favourite players currently playing the game of football. Just the way that he plays. The things that he does, the excitement that he causes, the mesmerising skills on display. There's not that many players in the world that really excite me these days. There used to be more. But now, there's not that many. I mean, people like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, of course, they're amazing to watch. They truly are. But Zlatan's right up there for me. He is just something else to watch. The skill that man possesses. It was a great move, in my opinion, for him to go to the MLS. Not only commercially and all that, because... You know, LA's a new sort of market for him. The MLS, America's a new market for him. But also, because it just gives him a bit more time. He's way more physical. He's way more skilled than everybody out there. Carlos Vela on the opposite side of on the opposite team. Another good player, of course. There are some good players in the MLS. But to me, Zlatan's the best. To me, United could still do with him. Even though he's old, he's still got the quality, still got the class. You can see that by some of the goals that he scores. I mean... Okay, the goalkeeping in the MLS is definitely not up to the standard, but a lot of these strikes, a lot of these techniques and goals that he's scoring wouldn't be stopped by the best goalies in the world. So I think he's just as good as he ever has been, really. Good shout. Alex Ruddy says you should look into putting up the live score graphics. Yes, I will try and do this, my friend. I'm trying to improve it as we go along. Absolutely. Oh, United break down the left-hand side. Rashford, what can you do? What the hell was that? Did we win the corner there? Rashford just seemed to try and put a little dinked chip in. And, some rather attractive ladies in the stand there, I must say, in Singapore. Like, looking good over in Singapore, these ladies, I tell you. Anyway, where was I? So, Manchester United with the ball here, whipped it into the box, and it's at the back stick, and it's gone over everybody. Wan-Bissaka's first to it, as he always is. It's not Wan-Bissaka, it's Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, bit of trickery, bit of footwork. Can he find that half a yard? Oh, he doesn't. He passes it back to Wan-Bissaka, though. Pogba with a bit of showboating. Oh, and he's done the lad. Oh, when Paul Pogba, you absolute twat, he's been dispossessed there. Was it a foul? Apparently it was a foul. Dalbert, Stephen Dalbert there, dispossessing him. Little bit of showboating there from Paul Pogba. Not necessarily what I want to see, but when it comes off, great. But he did get challenged there, although it was a foul. Oh, yeah, Pogba won the foul, so... Fair play to that. United with a free set piece here. Get in there. Pogba makes his way back into the box. Ball in. Dealt with by Inter. A couple of people saying, be careful. Alex Rudd says, be careful about Singapore. Could be blokes. Marty J says, they're lady boys. Well, fair enough. You could be right. I thought that was Thailand, but you know, I guess it's that part of the world, so. I was never confused. Oh, Daniel James with a fizzed pass across the 6-yard box there. It was sort of like a cross-come shot somewhere somewhere in that area, and it was dangerous. Let's have a look. Is he going for the shot here? I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's hard to say. It is a cross-come shot. It always makes me laugh when that expression comes out. It means, obviously, in between a cross and in between a shot. But why use the expression cross-come shot? Do you really have to say it like that? Oh, and it was a great chance there for Daniel James. He just had to get it on target. Crafted for him. I believe it was by Marcus Rashford, who's put him in with the through ball there. And Daniel James... Sorry, it was actually Lindelof's played in the through ball. What's he doing up there? Victor Lindelof has played... You can see how small this screen I'm watching this is on, because it's quite hard for me to differentiate some of these players. But that was a good through ball there from Lindelof and a great opportunity for Daniel James. And he has spurned it there, to be fair. He should be doing much better with that opportunity. It's early days, though. It's early days. But, I mean, we'd like to get a ball on target there, lad. We really would. Alex Rudd, thank you so much for moderating, mate. Really appreciate you getting involved here, because there are a bunch of absolute goons putting stream links and that sort of stuff. So you're a top man, Alex, for getting up. Always check the Adam's apple. And the hands. That's the dead giveaway, isn't it? Actually, the dead giveaway is probably the cock. Let's be honest, that's probably the dead giveaway. Because there are some women with big hands and stuff like that. Anyway. Inter Milan here with an opportunity. Oh, it's a good bit of play. They've played it into the back stick, and David De Gea was almost beaten there. Oh. 37 minutes, 53 seconds gone. Good bit of play by Inter. Good cross in. And I think David De Gea got a touch on it just to take it away from the run of the attacker. Actually, no, the attacker gets clean on it. David De Gea is flapping. And it's not dealt with. There was a bit of a little bit of physicality from Twanzebe there as well to just distract him. So that was good. Oh. Currently 0-0, guys, in the Man United pre-season tour here. Manchester United versus Inter Milan. 38 minutes, 30 seconds gone. It's 0-0. We have had a couple of decent chances. I'm quite liking how we're pressing high up the pitch here. I'm liking how we are trying to craft opportunities and make things happen. Great bit of play there from United. Oh! And Anthony Martial was just played in for the run down the left, overlapping run. Couldn't quite get his pass into the box to a United player, but still a very, very, very promising bit of play. Wan-Bissaka bullied off the ball a little bit there, but by 2 Inter Milan players. And he wins, and he gets the tackle in as well. It's a goal kick. But Wan-Bissaka, man, is there a better stopper, as in somebody, a tackler or a blocker? Is there a better stopper right back in the Premier League? I don't think so. Based on the stats that we saw last year, yeah, you can argue there's better players going forward, there's better players in terms of crossing and things like that. But just defensively, I think we've got ourselves a really solid defensive beast here. He's got all the attributes to be so solid for United at the back. That's what we need. Build from the back. Our vulnerabilities have been at the back the last few years. Everybody knows that. Needed to strengthen. We've done that. We've not just got a new right back. We've got a defensive right back. Oh my days! What a challenge by Wan-Bissaka! Huh? This lad's crazy. Did you see that sliding challenge there? So, Inter just trying to take it into United's area and whip a ball in, and he comes out of nowhere, Wan-Bissaka, and he slide challenges the ball out for a corner. It's a great challenge there. Just as I was talking about him, he puts in a crazy challenge. The ball comes in for a corner. Oh, and it goes through almost everybody. But United managed to get hold of possession. And here we go. We take it out. We've got currently 5 shirts on 4. What can we do on the counter? Classic United counter-attack coming, is it? Inter managed to get a few numbers back and keep their shape. Anthony Martial, what can you do, lad? Anthony Martial on the ball, plays a give and go with Rashford. It's fantastic. Martial gets on the end of the run as well. It's a lovely 1-2 there. Great bit of play and vision between Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford there. I have to say, that was just class. That was almost like watching York and Cole back in the day. Fantastic. Marcus Rashford with the giving the ball back to him. Martial, great 1-2, great run. Unfortunately, couldn't get the shot in. Very tight angle, but he got a shot on target. Goalkeeper made the save. Jesse Lingard now with the corner. He whips it in. Oh! And Paul Pogba just gets his head on it. Unfortunately, he's gone over the bar. He looks like he's limping a little bit here. No, just going to kick it off. And the camera has panned over to Romelu Lukaku and Chris Smalling on the bench. See you later on, pals. Lukaku looks pretty damn pissed off at the moment, actually. He's sat there cross-armed. He's not happy. He wants to be out there playing. And if he's not out there playing, he wants to be playing for another side. In fact, I think the only reason that we've had this pre-season game against Inter is to further negotiate and cement the Lukaku deal. "42 minutes gone on the clock now, so just before half-time, a goalless draw so far. But it's been promising. Yeah, sure, we would have liked to have seen a much more dynamic performance from United, a much more penetrative performance from Manchester United. But it's been positive, you know. We have looked the better team in this game, no doubt about it. I mean, I know this is no shining example of Italian football right now, but they are still a good team. They've still got a good manager, good players. So it's a good benchmark for United to see where we're at. And so far, we're looking comfortable. We're controlling possession. We're getting a lot of joy down the right-hand side of the pitch through Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who that's something I wasn't necessarily expecting to see because he is, of course, a great defensive right-back, but going forward, he's just been there, man. He has been there all day. So he's doing a good job. I'm happy with what I've seen from him. Is this another situation where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to make wholesale changes at half-time, make 11 changes? I hope not, because I want to see a bit more from Ole Gunnar in terms of what his plans are for the starting 11. I think we know that he's got a lot of faith in the likes of Rashford and the likes of Martial and, of course, Wan-Bissaka and Daniel James, but I just would like to see what his plan is in terms of who he thinks his strongest players are. Because, yeah, United can make a lot of changes at half-time here. Oh, shit, into with a chance. Oh, and it was a great ball into the back stick there. It was too fast, though. And it has been deflected out for a United throw right near our corner flag. Thank you, Ruddinator, for updating the chat on the score, mate. Much appreciated. Alex Rincon with some ratings here. This is quality. Let's see what you think. He comments and says 5 out of 5 first game, 4 out of 4 second game, 3 so far. That's Wan-Bissaka's tackles. He's not missed a single tackle this pre-season. Are you serious? That's amazing. 5 tackles out of 5 first game, 4 out of 4 second game, 3 so far in this game, 3 out of 3. That's amazing. Paul Pogba with a drive-in run forward. He finds Jesse Lingard. There's lots of space on the left. Can he find the runner? He can. Oh. And it was a good bit of play there by Inter's defence. They just had numbers on us there. They just closed us down. Got rid of all the space. Paul Pogba's run came to no avail. Not been impressed with him so far in this game, I'll be honest. But, you know, he has had a good tour so far. Look, if Paul Pogba remains a United player after this window, just to clarify, I don't want him to be because of the aforementioned reasons. And I think United, this is a great opportunity for us to either use him as a bargaining chip to sign other players in a swap deal, or just cash in and get a lot of money in order for us to go out there and sign another quality player. But I know a lot of people do rate Pogba, and if Ole rates Pogba, you've got to respect that. If Ole wants Pogba in his team and wants to build around him, you have to respect that. But we immediately have to see returns from that. And if we're not seeing those returns, then I don't want him at the club. I want to see us actually get a player who's going to fit United. Not to say he's not a quality player, but he's not done it so far for us in his career. Simon comments and says Lingard is rubbish. Out of all the players so far that I've seen performing this tour, yeah, Lingard's really not had too much of a great time. He is a useful player for us. He's a good squad player. That's all I ever think he's going to be for United. I just think he's a squad player. He's never going to be that true player. Should be starting in the big games for us. No way. Twanzebe, comfortable at the back. Defensively, it's been a good performance from United. We've only let a couple of opportunities get through, and they're just from crosses from the wide angle. We've dealt with them set piece wise. You've got to watch out for the danger from Inter Milan for set pieces. We know United were vulnerable defending set pieces last year. So I think so far we've done a good job defending. We've done a good job getting forward, attacking. Rashford's looked dangerous. Martial's looked dangerous. Wan-Bissaka's looked very good. But we've still got a lot of work to do, of course. We still need to try and get the win here, put in an impressive second half performance, build on that. Oh, it's a great through ball in! And Handanovic does a great job rushing out to clear that away. Rudd says, what time in the game are you up to, Piggy? Currently 46 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock. So just before half time, we're in stoppage time in the first half. You know, it's not been the best, but I'd say out of the two sides, United are looking much the better team. We have had great opportunities. We showed a bit of vision. There was a fantastic ball through there. I think it was Paul Pogba who sprayed the ball. Rashford couldn't quite get on the end of it due to the run out from Handanovic. Here's Wan-Bissaka on the right hand side of the pitch here. Plays it to Rashford. Back to Wan-Bissaka. I'm really liking how we are utilising Wan-Bissaka. He's really quite high up the pitch at times. He's given us options on the right hand side. Last 30 seconds of the first half then. Mo says, what do you think of Martial? I mean, he's obviously got so much talent. Like, there's been certain games and certain performances from him where I really truly did believe he was going to be one of the next best players in the world, but it just he hasn't consistently done it. He's another one of those underperformers for United who only really seem to perform about 30% of the time. And it's just not good enough for United, I'm afraid. So, look, Ollie obviously rates him. We've all seen what he can do in a red shirt. He has been class at times, but it's about doing it every single week, not just when you're up for it. So, you know, really the ball is in Martial's court. How does he start the season? This is his make or break season, as it is for a lot of these players. Can he make a career at United for himself and be that quality player? He's going to have to be, otherwise we're going to have to look at replacements. Absolutely. Rudd makes a good point, says Martial was great before the Sanchez signing. Feel like he lost a lot of his confidence. Well, that kind of does. I guess that could be an issue if you're bringing in another winger on a lot more money. It's going to limit your opportunities, perhaps. Maybe it will knock your confidence. But I want players who are prepared to fight when a new player comes into the club. I want players who like the competition, who need the competition to further their careers. So I'm hoping that he can step up. United with a set piece in, free kick. Oh, and it's dealt with by Inter Milan there. And there we go. That's half time. So it's 0-0. It's actually a decent display from United so far. We've looked the better team. We've created a bunch. We haven't had any really clear-cut opportunities, really. But a bit of good play from Pogba at the end there to get that through ball in. Rashford's had a couple of really good opportunities to look lively. Defensively, we've looked very sound. So we'll see what happens in the second half. Alex Rudd says, time to smoke some ganja. Well, I'm going to go for a little break. Anyway, guys, right, it's half time, so I'll be back in 10 or 15 minutes or so. So don't go anywhere. I'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the second half, of course, for this pre-season friendly, or, well, International Champions Cup. It is actually silverware on the line between Manchester United and Inter Milan. Don't go anywhere. I will be back. Stay tuned. And I just want to say, everybody who does tune in to this channel in particular, thank you so much for getting involved, because I know there's so many other options out there. You can go and you can watch different channels on YouTube and go and watch MUTV. You can go watch whatever. There's so many different options. So the fact that you bunch of people have tuned into this channel, it just warms my heart, you know. Anyway, right, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm just going to leave you with agreement with Clam J's comment. Thank you, Clam J. He says, Wan-B is amazing. So far, he's my player of the game so far. He really is. Defensively, tackles, getting forward, whipping the balls in. He has been very, 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 very good so far. Right, guys, I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to scootle on out of the frame here because I'm actually in my underpants. And nobody wants to see that. Actually in my underpants right now. So anyway, I'll be back in a moment, in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up. Bunch of legends. Oh, you can see my pants. Buongiorno, lads and lasses. I am back. I am back, aren't I? Little Paul Scholes interview on MUTV. What an absolute legend. Nicky Butt as well. Sir Alex Ferguson. Oh my days. If only. I must say, Alex Rudd, you're doing a fantastic job of moderating this. Thank you so much for doing this, mate, because there's a lot of spammers involved and you're doing a great job of extinguishing them. So let's talk about that first half performance just before the second half kicks off. I actually think it's been quite a decent performance by United. Not amazing, don't get me wrong. We didn't score. We didn't have a really clear-cut chance. But we created quite a bit, or at least we tried to. We really got at Inter. They are still a decent sort of defensive side. You can tell that by the way they're organised. Yes, they're not the best Inter Milan side ever. Conte's a very good manager. They're going to be defensively sound. So if we can break them down like we have been doing, then that's a good sign, because we have been breaking them down. We have had the ball a lot of the time. We have been sort of dictating the play. Of course, Inter Milan dangerous on the counter, but really it's just balls into the box that are causing the issues at the moment, which so far we've dealt with. Look, it's not the most amazing performance by United, but there's been some great performances in there in the first half. I think Wan-Bissaka was absolutely tremendous in that first half, just the display of tackling and also getting forward down that right-hand side and getting the ball in. He did a very, very good job of that. And that's something that I wasn't necessarily expecting to see deployed tactics-wise by United, because he is a defensively sound beast. The lad's a beast, man. He's got one big Saka. He's a beast. He's got the bottle. He's got the balls. So I was expecting a defensive display from him. But so far, going forward, maybe, just maybe, he's been our shining light in that first half. You know, going down that right-hand side, overlapping and causing all sorts of problems for them. I'd like to see more from that. Let's see what Ole Gunnar has done at half-time, if he's going to make wholesale changes again and make a whole host of substitutions, or he's just going to take a few players off. Let's see what he does here. Anthony Kaufman, Buster B, Marty J, Max Topola, thank you ever so much, everyone who is getting involved with this live stream. Max says, overall, okay first half. I like the direction Ollie wants us to play. Yeah, absolutely. It seems like we are more intent on moving the ball forward quickly. We are trying to get the runners in behind. We are trying to get Rashford in behind. There was a good chance just before half-time, which Handanovic snuffed out. Very good keeper, but the ball was played in to a Rashford, and that's the sort of football I want to see us play more. Utilise our pace, utilise our runners in behind. You know, we just need, that's what I like. I like it when we've just got sort of like a goal hanger on the last man who's always looking for that run in behind, you know, like a Ruud van Nistelrooy or a Hernandez or a Michael Owen. Those types of forwards are my types of forwards. So I hope we do start to play that way and try and get Rashford in behind more. Use that pace. So second half is underway, just in case I didn't already say that. 45 minutes 35 on the clock. So second half underway. Let's see what we can do. I'm not sure of the current lineup of Manchester United's team. I will let you know as soon as it is shown. Oh, Inter with a good bit of play here, and it is dealt with fantastically by Lindelof. Great tackle by Lindelof there. Organisationally, United looking decent right now. I can see the back line there. Oh, and Lindelof scuppers a cross over the top there. Great bit of defending from him again. Ball comes in. It goes all the way to the left-hand side where Inter still have possession. And oh, it's gone all the way in, and it's a great challenge there as well by Luke Shaw. So it looks like United are largely unchanged. We've still got Matic on, we've still got Pogba on, we've still got Shaw on, still got Lindelof on. So we're largely unchanged. Let me just go actually and see if I can find the current team that is out on the pitch. United looking comfortable at the back here in terms of keeping all the ball possession. When we've got the ball at the back here, sure, Inter are not really pressing us up there, but we do look more comfortable just at the moment. We've got Lindelof on there, Wan-Bissaka. Okay, so Inter have brought Perisic on for Samuel Longo. So Perisic is obviously a very, very good player. So he's going to be a danger for us down that left-hand side. I guess he's playing left mid. Doesn't look like there's been any changes by Manchester United here. Yeah, no changes in personnel. So Perisic is the only change at half-time. That's for Inter Milan. Obviously a very dangerous player. Let's see what happens in regards to dealing with him. And Wan-Bissaka is still on. So if Perisic is playing left mid, I've got no confirmation of that at the moment, but I assume he is, then it's going to be an interesting second half for Wan-Bissaka. How is Wan-Bissaka going to deal with Perisic? Perisic, very, very good player. Oh, fantastic. And Alex Rudd's made a turkey, wheat bread, honey, mustard and Gouda cheese sandwich. Man, that is a far cry from the opening a tin of tuna and sticking it in between two slices of bread sandwich that I make. So fair play to you, mate. That is awesome. It sounds incredible, actually. I'm starving. I need to eat a croissant. I've got a croissant downstairs. Played back to David De Gea. David De Gea with a ball over to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw gives the ball away. It was poor. Don't know what he was doing there. But United retained possession. Ball won back very, very convincingly by Lindelof. Anthony Martial with a very dangerous run inside. He plays a great ball when it's found. Oh, Daniel James was it. I believe Daniel James was just gifted another opportunity in Inter's box. And it was a great bit of play from Martial. He found the pass to Daniel James. And unfortunately, Daniel James he got the shot on target. The keeper was beaten. But Inter Milan had a defender back there to clear the ball away. But that was another good bit of play for United. Could have led to a goal. That could have easily led to a goal. Unfortunately, the final product, again, by Daniel James, we saw it in the first half with a couple of spurned opportunities, was not clinical enough. But it was a decent effort. It was on target there. It was just cleared away by the defender. Oh, Wan-Bissaka, you are a beast, lad. He's just driven forward of the run. Daniel James finds him with a great ball to Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka with a ball across the 6-yard box again. What a great bit of play that was between the two new signings. Wan-Bissaka finding Daniel James after a great run. Daniel James with a brilliant pass through. I mean, that was some great vision there by Daniel James. Let's have another look at that. So, great pass through from Daniel James to find Wan-Bissaka again. Wan-Bissaka maybe should have just held it for another second, but he's got the ball in across the 6-yard box. No United player was there for it, but a great little bit of movement and play by the two new signings of United. And we've got a corner. We've got a corner here. Ball comes in. Oh, when he just hit the post from a header. I'm not sure who's got the header. Maybe it was Paul Pogba. Let's have another look at this. But crikey. Oh, it was Nemanja Matic with the header, and it's rattled the right-hand post. Wow, that was another great opportunity. United from a set piece looking dangerous again. We saw that Phil Jones goal in the Leeds game. Well, Matic just nearly added another one to it. It was a great crossing, and it was a great attacking run by Matic, and a good header as well. But unfortunately, oh, and Manchester United with a great shot there. Who was that? Was that Rashford from distance? Forces a save out of Handanovic. And we are offside. Maybe it was Paul Pogba, actually. It was a fantastic... Let's have a look. Oh, that header was absolutely close there, man. Very good spell from United there. Good bit of pressure. Couple of good opportunities. Couple of goal-scoring opportunities. Maybe just lacking that cutting-edge and clinical finishing there. But still, the crafted opportunity there was brilliant. And also the two chances, one from Daniel James, three chances actually, one from Daniel James, one from Matic, and I believe the final shot there was from Paul Pogba forcing the save out of Handanovic. Good bit of play for United. This is attacking football. This is getting at Inter. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, liking what I'm seeing so far. He's stuck with this United side from the first half. And oh, Inter Milan with a very quick corner, and the ball is played in, and it's very well dealt with by United's defence. Very dangerous. Oh, and it's a clearance off Manchester United's line there by Wan-Bissaka, I think it was. Oh. Guy's a beast. Wan-Bissaka just clearing the ball off the line there. This lad has had a great game so far. New signing, just linked up really nicely with Daniel James and created an opportunity for United just a couple of minutes before that. And then at the other end of the pitch, clears the ball away after an inter header off the line. Great defending by Wan-Bissaka. I'm so excited by the prospect of having him in a United shirt. You know, these last few games, okay, we only played Perth and Leeds, but he looked very good in those. Oh, and it's a great bit of play by Inter with the ball into the runner at the front post, but it is dealt with by Wan-Bissaka there. And great bit of defending by him. I'm quite impressed with what I've seen from him so far as well. Looks comfortable on the ball, looks a presence back there. I'd much rather see us give him the opportunity. If we're not going to sign Harry Maguire or whatever, I'd much rather see us give him the opportunity than stick with the likes of Jones or Smalling, because obviously we know what we're getting with them. We're getting mediocrity. So let's at least give the opportunity to a young lad. And it's crazy that this game is actually, there's been no goals, because there have been a fair few opportunities, some really good chances as well, most of which coming from United, but certainly Inter have had their moments. Oh, Wan-Bissaka, what are you doing? You're amazing. Daniel James with a run as well, running at the defence there, couldn't quite find the overlapping run there, but he's looked lively. Daniel James earlier on, few moments ago, showing his vision and quality with that link-up play to with Wan-Bissaka, and Wan-Bissaka showing that vision and that ability to run into space there and create. So that's amazing. These are facets of the game. Obviously, he did used to be a forward player, Wan-Bissaka. He was turned into a right-back at a young age, but still his natural sort of position further up the pitch. So he can obviously have a hand in attacking, but defending's where he really shines. United with a good opportunity, but it's cleared away by Inter's defence all the way back to the keeper. Wan-Bissaka with a very comfortable pass back to De Gea, and De Gea plays the ball out there to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw keeping hold of it on the left flank there, passes it to Victor Lindelof, and United passing it around comfortably, slowly at the back here. There's no pressure from Inter. We're working up our way up the pitch here. This is looking decent so far. Pogba with a very nice pass out to the right-hand side of the pitch. Oh, and unfortunately Wan-Bissaka gives the ball away this time, and Inter, look at Wan-Bissaka's pace. He's got no right to do that. Oh my days, did you see that bit of defending? Did you see that bit of defending by Wan-Bissaka? This guy's the freaking messiah, isn't he? Seriously. So Stephen Dalbert just gets completely away from Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka makes a mistake, gives the ball away. And I have no idea how, but Dalbert's running down the wing into space, and he's probably got about 10 yards on Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka makes it up, gets the slide challenge in to give into the corner. That was just absolutely mesmerising defending there by Wan-Bissaka. It really was. It really was, I have to say. Crikey. The pace from the lad, the tackle. You know, that is heart, that's fight, that's desire, that's bottle. When you lose the ball, you don't drop your head, you get back and you get that ball back. And that's exactly what he did there. Character being shown here by Wan-Bissaka. Not only that, but skills to pay the bills. Yeah, a lot of people commenting here saying he's been quality. Max Toppler, oh man, Bissaka's pace. Anthony Kaufman, something else. Costa, T79, Wan-Bissaka is awesome. Marty Jace's great defence. I mean, this is a really good performance from him. So far, he's my player of the match anyway. I know we've got 55 minutes gone, so there's still a good bit of time left. But so far, he's been the key man for Manchester United. Creatively, down that right-hand side, he's been decent. But also defensively, with the challenges that he's made. The only mistake we've seen from him was that mistake just then where he's given the ball away to Dalbert. And Dalbert is running down the wing. And he manages to get back, get the tackle in, and redeem himself for giving the ball away. It looks like Manchester United's first substitution of the game. 56 minutes, 25 seconds in, and Victor Lindelof's coming off for Phil Jones. Oh no! But listen, Victor Lindelof, great performance from him in that 55 minutes. Obviously not stunning, but he's done what's asked of him. Defensively sound, possession sound. Very, very pleased with the performance from Victor Lindelof there. So that bodes well for the season, especially if we're not going to sign a defender, which we need to. Corner from Inter, the ball comes in. Oh, and David De Gea sort of makes a bit of a hash of it, and it goes through everybody. And it looks like it's a goal kick for Manchester United here. RMC says, what the hell you done with your hair? I don't really know, mate. I've got to get it sorted out, don't I? It's a calamity. Oh, crikey. And it's looking all messed up at the side here. Basically, you can't... Oh, no. You can't have these side bits long. It just looks absolutely shit. Anyway, it's just a shite... It exposes my freaking receding hairline. It's just a shit haircut, mate. I'm going to get it sorted out. I was bored. I wanted to change. Thought, I'll try and be like Zlatan. Diddley Squat says, we need a top striker. Rashi is only a backup in my eyes. Fair play. Well, you would have to say, based on what he's done, he's not really been that breakout 25 goal a season player. If he's going to get the opportunities from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this season and play more games and play as that number 9, then he is going to have to get over 20 goals. If he doesn't do that, then I'll agree with you. But I think he still has to have the opportunity in that position for an extended period of time before we can really judge him. Plus, he still was progressing over the last few years. He's still a young lad, but now is the time for him to step up. The progression, the waiting game is over. You know, he's got to start doing it now. So I agree with you. You know, we do need to sign another striker. But I think Rashford could maybe be the man for us. Let's see. Let's just see. I mean, we've seen a couple of things from him so far on this tour, which has been good. Wan-Bissaka down the right-hand side here. The man of the match so far. Oh, what's he done? He's just drawn a foul from Inter. Great bit of play. He's taken men on. He's beaten them. And he's just drawn a foul there from Inter. And he's won us a free kick on the edge of the area. Pfft, this guy's a beast, man. He really is. Bear in mind, Inter are a good defensive side as well. And he's just gone out there. He's putting in a virtuoso performance at the moment. Maybe I'm just, stroking him a bit too much there. But I like to look at the positives here. It's a preseason game. He is shining at the moment. He's absolutely shining. Hang on, what's going on? Oh, I thought Bissaka just picked up a knock then. That would have been awful. Imagine that. But no, he seems absolutely fine. It just looks like United are making a couple of changes. Set piece by United here. Free kick in. Another set piece here from United. So let's see if we can attack this set piece like we have shown a couple of times already in this game. Great opportunity earlier from Matic. It's going to be Wan-Bissaka who plays the ball into the box here. And we've got Phil Jones in there. Number of players in there who will be attacking this ball. And I don't know what happened there. Oh, and it's dealt with by the first defender, unfortunately. Really good spell from United, though. We've started this second half really good. Inter definitely looking the second best side. They still look dangerous, though, on the counter and when they get the ball in our final third. But that's not happening too much at the moment. Daniel James plays a great ball out to Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side of the pitch. Wan-Bissaka beats his man. Of course he does. And gives it to Daniel James again. Daniel James back to Wan-Bissaka, the 2 new signings. Oh, and Wan-Bissaka is dispossessed on this occasion. But still, this is some great stuff here. Can you not see me now, Alex Rudd? That's not good. Faris Jahari comments and says the kids, Chong, Dallo, Scott need to step up. Yes, mate. McTominay as well. Obviously, he's a bit further along than those guys. But yeah, Dallo, Chong looked very good from what we've seen from him in this tour as well. Great. Glad you can see me. RMC comments and says, what's Bissaka like going forward? Well, so far in this game, he's probably been our most threatening player or our most creative player. His link-up play down the right-hand side with Daniel James has been quite impressive. Also, he's created a good couple of opportunities. Defensively, he's been very sound, of course, but from a going-forward point of view, I'd say he's been pretty decent. Oh, Manchester United making wholesale substitutions here. Matic, Lingard, Pogba coming off, James coming off. Wan-Bissaka, great game. Wan-Bissaka, Twanzebe coming off. And United are making big changes. Juan Mata coming on. I can see Chong coming on. I can see Fred coming on. So big changes by United there. But that performance from the lads there for 62 minutes was actually pretty damn decent, I would say. Ashley Young coming on, takes the captain's armband. Oh my days. Oh my days. Are you serious, Ole Gunnar? But fair enough. Now you just watch us crumble. But here we go. Inter. They've got the ball. United are going to have to organise here. We have just made 7 changes. And we have committed a foul there and given Inter a free kick in a dangerous area. They can whip a ball in and attack the set piece. Mason Greenwood, yeah, absolutely awesome. 17 years old. Looked very impressive. That goal in the last game gave him a lot of confidence. I just hope that, he can rise to these sorts of occasions, because 17 years of age, I mean, it's difficult to really fathom this sort of an opportunity. And we could just do with that breakout teenager, couldn't we? Again, we had Rashford a few years ago, but we could just do with somebody like Rooney, or somebody, like a Giggsy, or somebody who's just that crazy player who comes through, who's really young. Obviously, we did sign Rooney, was a bit more developed, but he's still young. One of those awesome teenagers that bursts on the scene like a Michael Owen. Suddenly Michael Owen's there and he's as good as anyone. That's what we need. Mason Greenwood could be that player. He's still very young. He'll progress hugely over the next 4 or 5 years. I like that Ole Gunnar is showing faith in him and saying that basically if he can perform, maybe he'll be in contention with actually playing for United in the Premier League opener. Greenwood with a great run forward there as well. And Manchester United, is it a penalty? No, it's a goal kick. A foul on Pereira. It looked like it was a foul to me, but maybe it wasn't. Inter not happy with Pereira, so he dived. Let's have another look at this. Oh, Pereira, no. He has dived. Sort it out, lad. We don't like to see that, Andreas, okay? That's mincing. That was not good, okay? Man up a little bit there. It's a friendly as well. It's like we're trying to win penalties in friendlies, are we now, by diving? Not on, lad. So the back four is Bailey, Dalot. It's gone. Don't worry, but I'll keep you informed. United still looking decent here. Attacking wise, we've got players on who got something to prove. Completely changed the complexion of the team. But based on how the team set up in the first half, is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's best team, or is that the sort of first team that he's got in his head at the moment? Probably not, because Twanzebe's in there, but I actually like that, the fact that he did that. But you had Luke Shaw, you had Wan-Bissaka, you had Lindelof, you had De Gea, and of course you had Pogba, Daniel James, Rashford, Martial. So is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first team at the moment, if you like? Probably is. Let's see if any of these players can dislodge any of those other players based on this 30-minute performance that we're going to get from the 7 substitutions. Everybody tuning into this live stream, thanks for stopping by. Let's try and smash this to 50 likes. I can't actually see likes on it, but I'm assuming it's less than that, so chuck a like on it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Get your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. There's 25 minutes left of normal time in this game here. I'll try and keep you up to date with commentary if you're not able to watch the game, but if also you are watching the game like me, then obviously watch along, and we'll hopefully see some sort of a goal by Manchester United. We have maybe deserved one. I think we have deserved one with the amount of chances we created. Just hasn't happened for us. Matic hit the post, had some other really good opportunities. RMC comments, Axel is better than Jones and Smalling. I agree. I mean, I don't think it could be any worse. Based on that performance there from him, he looks comfortable enough. He's a physical presence there as well. He's young, he's quick. I think he is a good option. If we're not going to sign another player like Maguire or whatever, he would be a good option. Even if we did sign Maguire, what I would do is get rid of Jones and Smalling and then just allow Twanzebe and Bailey to be like the sort of rotationary backup players in certain games, and then maybe Lindelof and Maguire would be my starting 2 centre-backs at the moment. That would actually be really good. Twanzebe, though, good performance from him for sure. Let's talk about the man of the match, in my opinion, as well, from his performance, Wan-Bissaka. Absolutely brilliant. If you're not watching it, you'll be very happy with the performance Wan-Bissaka put in. Ashley Young as captain. I mean, it's just a joke, lads. Anthony says Maguire is coming, I reckon. Well, I think so too. It's a lot of money we have to pay for him, but sometimes you do have to just pay the money to get the man. I'm not talking about in terms of wages and stuff like that, but to convince Leicester City to part ways with him, and the current situation United's in, everyone knows we need him, so they can ask for a bit more. We're going to have to pay 80 million for the lad, we are. And United are just going to have to do that. Hopefully we can get 70 back from Lukaku, so it's not really any much of a big deal. Dalot on the pitch here with a ball up the... Oh, it's a great pass, actually. Long ball up the pitch. And we are fouled. We win the free kick in the centre of the park. Wan-Bissaka is brought down to the ground. Diego Dalot, though, I do want to see how he can perform. Wan-Bissaka has come in. So that's obviously maybe going to halt the appearances that we're going to see a little bit from Diego Dalot, just because Wan-Bissaka's looked so good and we paid 50 million for him. And he's further along in his career for sure. Physically way more further along, that sort of thing. So he's obviously the first choice. But Dalot can be that backup, that replacement. He's still young. Here he is actually with a great ball into the front stick. Wow. Was it Dalot or was it Mata? Either way, whoever, nice little give and go. Nice little pass in. And, Mata with the ball in. Here's Chong with a ball to the back stick. And it is defended very well by Inter there. Shout out Ultimate Gamer. How's it going? Thanks everybody for tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter at MrFlyingPigHD and tweet me as well. I'll read out anybody wants to tweet me or share the link and tweet me in it. I will definitely retweet you and give you a shout out. Chong on the ball. Lovely little flick. Pereira gives the ball away. Pereira wins the ball back. We do have some exciting young players at United. That is what I would like to see utilised more. Here's Chong. Chong with a great run and it's a penalty. Are they saying that's a dive as well? Hang on a second. Did he dive or was he brought down? Chong's just done his man and fallen to the ground. It looked like it was a foul, but let's have a look at the replay because the last one was a dive by Pereira. So let's see what Chong's done there. But he looks so good, Chong, doesn't he? He really does. He's got this elegance about him. He sort of reminds me of Ruud Gullit in a way. Like just his, I guess, of course, the big hair, that does help. But just his stature, the way he's moving around, he looks like a young Ruud. So let me know if you agree. Rincon says Chong looks great. Absolutely, he is looking great. Here he is again. So it doesn't look like they're going to show a replay of that, but Chong didn't look too happy that wasn't given as a penalty. Phil Jones with a great bit of defending there. Chong's got the ball on the left-hand side, and it is a crunching challenge by Inter there, and it's a foul. Yellow card. And Chong was just absolutely hacked out. Got a bit of a limp now as well. That's not good. But really dangerous looking player, this Chong. Definite foul there. He is brought down. I think that's a penalty. That should have been a penalty. They're just showing the replay of the penalty. He was taken down, man. And then they're just showing another replay of the second challenge. See, that one actually wasn't a foul. The free kick that they've just given, I don't think was a foul. It was dangerous. Of course, he has got his studs up a bit, Candraver. But he's won the ball when he's not taken anything of the man. So, don't know what's happened there. Oh, and it has been all United so far in the second half, really. And this new revitalised 7 substitutions of Manchester United are running into ragged at the moment. Chong with a great shot from 30 yards out with his left foot. Holy crap, this lad is performing very, very well so far in this game. Obviously not on target there, but he's a significant distance out. He's got the confidence to have a pop. And he is looking very, very good at the moment. Rincon says, oof, almost Chongy. I love how he plays with no fear. Absolutely, man. I mean, he's very, very confident. You can see that. He's got belief in his abilities. And from the time that we made the substitutions, He's been the standout player here. He's causing them all sorts of problems. Looks like Inter are making wholesale changes now. De Vries coming off. Inter making a couple of changes. So obviously they can see that maybe United's changes are overrunning them. We've got fresh legs on. We've got 7 new sets of fresh legs on. Inter Milan having to freshen things up here, having to liven things up. Few players gone off, few players come on for Inter Milan. Faris Johari says Chong should play like Ruud Gullit. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. He's like I said, he reminds me of Ruud Gullit, not just because of that big hair, but also just just the stature of him, his physical shape, and also the way he moves around. Maybe it's just his hair bouncing up and down and stuff. But if he could be the sort of player Ruud Gullit was, crikey, we would have a player on our hands. Very good trickery shown from him. Should have been a penalty, in my opinion. That Chong tackle. So he's had a good performance. Dabo says, "Get your hair cut, you hippie." Yeah, fair enough, fair comment. Take it on board. Sorry, stream having a bit of an issue here watching the game. Yeah, Kaufman, I agree with you. He says every player is up for it. We're looking bang up for this. Players are hungry. They've got stuff to prove. And it is looking very good for United so far in this game. Especially second half performance against Inter here has been brilliant. Chong's looked brilliant since he's come on. Wan-Bissaka was great in the first half, but since we've made the substitutions, we have seen a noticeable difference. We're piling on the pressure. We're getting numbers forward here. I'm liking how Ole Gunnar has got us approaching this game. It is a friendly. We should be trying to attack and find out more about these players, and he's utilising this fixture to do that. We are attacking. We are going for it, playing nice direct football. We've created chances. We've crafted chances. Goal scoring opportunities. Should have perhaps scored a couple of those, to be fair. Not maybe as clinical as we should be. Defensively sound. I'm happy with this performance so far. I am. You know, we're not ripping Inter apart. Don't get me wrong. But considering how shite we were last season. Oh! And a cross into the box there. And get in there, my son! What a freaking goal there! Mason Greenwood, lad. Unbelievable strike. What a goal from Mason Greenwood there. I cannot believe that. What a freaking finish from the lad. The ball has fallen to him. Manchester United with a nice little bit of movement there. And he has just absolutely turned and rifled it past the keeper. Fantastic goal. I mean, come on, 17 years of age. Let's have another look at this. The free kick goes in. Ashley Young. It's sort of like a shot, actually. It hits the keeper and it falls to Mason Greenwood. Oh, he's actually turned back inside and then shot with his left foot past Handanovic. It's an incredible goal. Let's have another look at this. So the keeper's palmed it to Greenwood. He's done the defender, taking it back inside. Left foot, finesse shot into the far left-hand corner. What an unbelievable goal. Get in there, my son. And it's no less than we deserved. But Mason Greenwood, he's had one opportunity here, and he has absolutely banged it. Not only banged it, but he had a lot to do. Sure, it fell to him, but he had to beat into the defence. There were 4 green shirts in between him and the goal, and he's found the back of the net. 17 years of age, man. Do one, Romelu Lukaku, because there's a new kid on the block. That was incredible. You can't teach that. Just that ability to do that was incredible there from a 17-year-old lad. Come on, lads and lasses. Greenwood, the Wonder Kid, Max Tipola, Mason Greenwood. I said he was the Messiah. Comments Gaz Newton. Absolutely. OTB, get in Mason. Alex Rudd. Chelsea lost to a Japanese league team. Yes, they did. That was amazing. Kawasaki. They lost to a Japanese motorcycle, mate. Glenn says, wow, Ollie will love that. We're all loving that. That was a fantastic strike from the lad. And that is enough reason for me to really have a lot of hope and faith that he can do that. He's had a good tour. He's 17 years of age, and he's just done Inter Milan's defence there. Come on. You can't teach that. Let's have another look at this. So It's Youngie with the ball in. It's a save by Handanovic. Palms it to Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood takes it onto his left-hand side, does the inter-defender, and then slots it past 4 inter-players into the far post. Brilliant goal. Mason Greenwood, 17 years of age, boys and girls. Come on. Come on. Rincon comments, I got to meet Greenwood when he came to Dallas with the under-19s for the Dallas Cup. He's a humble and quiet kid, and I can tell you he just wants to work hard. He's going to be great. Nice insight there, Alex Rincon. Thank you very much. That's awesome that you've met Greenwood, and he seemed like a nice lad. So he does seem like a nice lad. 17 years old, and he's just scored against Inter Milan. Come on. And he didn't need as many opportunities as Rashford did he? He got one opportunity, he's turned, and he's banged it in. Oh, and United with a great bit of play. Chong. And down the right-hand side, United causing Inter all sorts of problems now. And our superiority is showing. This is brilliant stuff. This is great stuff. I know Inter are nowhere near as good as they used to be, but still they're a good team. And United have made 7 subs. We've got all our kids on at the moment, youngsters. Players like Jones and Young are on. So this is basically the B squad, and we're tearing them apart here. Oh, United with another chance down the right. Ashley Young with the ball over the top. Fair play to him. It's a great pass. And Wan-Bissaka just trying to get away from the defender. But you know, pace is not something that Wan-Bissaka is really known for. And he wasn't able to do that. United play a quick corner though. Ashley Young down the left to Chong. Chong's done him. He's done him. He's taken it down the left-hand side. Can he get that ball in? He can. It's a great pass. And oh my days, we've just hit the freaking stanchion. Mason Greenwood, unbelievable attempt at the finish there. Chong, what a freaking player, man. Did you see that galloping Ruud Gullit-esque run? He's taken it past a man, left-footed pass into Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood, you know, he's got no right to get that anywhere near on target, really. I mean, let's have another look. He's done the inter-defender. It's his left foot again. And he's just over the top of the goal. But that was an incredible chance, man. He's playing with confidence. Great bit of play by Chong. Lovely flick there by Greenwood as well. Crikey. Almost another goal there by Manchester United. And it was almost Chong and it was almost Greenwood who were the main men doing the business again. Bloody loving this. This is the best United performance I've seen for ages, man. Chong on the ball. Every time he's on it, he looks dangerous. Pereira. McTominay crosses the ball to the right-hand side of the post, to the pitch where Wan-Bissaka is. And United are just absolutely tearing Inter apart now. Dalot. Fred on the ball. He slips, but he gets up. He keeps possession. Dalot. Can he get the ball in? Down the right-hand side. He cuts it back into Ashley Young in the middle. Ashley Young to Fred. We're working it around. Outside the area, back to Dalot on the right. He gets the ball into the back stick, but there's way too much on it, and the ball goes out for an Inter Milan throw. Come on, my son. This is great football from United, isn't it? Like, we haven't seen this for a while. Dalot looking lively. Greenwood looking amazing. Chong looking amazing. Pereira looking lively. Oh, give it to the youngsters. Maybe United don't need to sign any players at all. Just stick Twanzebe centre-back next to Lindelof. We've got Wan-Bissaka. Play Chong. Play Mason Greenwood. Crikey, we've got some good young players. We really do. Eric Bailly wins the ball for United there. Ashley Young down the left-hand side. Chong is playing very wide at the moment, and it's working out very, very well for us. Fred sprays it out to the right-hand side of the pitch to Diogo Dalot. Andreas Pereira on the ball. Tucks it back inside to Fred. Fred to Mata. Mata is fouled, but United continue play. Fred out wide to Chong on the left, which is where United are having a lot of joy. Chong takes it back inside with a galloping run. This lad finds Andreas Pereira, who keeps hold of the ball very, very well. Now he's given away possession, but this is freaking awesome. Fred with a nutmeg. Andreas Pereira sprays it out to Diogo Dalot on the right-hand side. 81 minutes, 47 seconds gone. 1-0 to Manchester United. Should be more. Oh, a great pass into the back stick, and it should be a goal there. Wan-Bissaka with a really well-timed run. He should... I'm not sure who passed that, but it's a fantastic ball. I think it was Ashley Young, you know. Ashley Young, he is Ashley Young. Ashley Young, 2 great balls in over the top, cutting open Inter's defence. Unfortunately, we can't capitalise on it. Wan-Bissaka can't get it in the back of the goal. But Ashley Young with 2 fantastic creative moments in this cameo second half appearance. Oh, loving it. Ashley Young's performing. Fair play to him, though. Do you know what I mean? His effort levels are always there. These are just pre-season games. Let's be honest now. But this is really inspiring me right now because I was a little bit like... I've been a little bit disheartened with United for a long time because they're not that entertaining, and I like Manchester United to play entertaining football. But based on, you know, the first half performance, but especially this second half performance, and since we made the changes, crikey malikey, we have got some talents out there and we are playing some lovely football. We really are. So this is just inspiring me. This is going to be a good season, lads. Obviously, the Spurs game next week, that will be a big indicator of where we are as well. Because Inter are not the same Inter. Spurs are one of the best Spurs teams that there's ever been right now. So that's going to be a real test. But man, if we get these youngsters playing like this against them, Kamani, Gitial comments, Young trying to prove himself. Absolutely. You know, that's Ole Gunnar's doing a good job of motivating and managing these players. Bearing in mind, this is a pre-season game, International Champions Cup here. Everybody's playing, everybody's trying, everybody is trying to prove themselves. Chong there tries to make something happen. It doesn't happen this time. Everybody, you make a great point. Everybody is really up for it. Everybody's trying to prove themselves. Ashley Young's no different. 33 years of age. You can't fault the lad's commitment. Personally, he should only really be a backup or a squad player for us. He's come on as a substitute here. And there's a bit of a altercation going on now with Ashley Young, the referee, coming together. Maybe let's see what happened there. Alex Rudd says, Pig has the mic taped to a broom. Oh yeah, Thomas Wolf, is he talking to a broom? You can't see the broom though, can you? Do you know what I mean? So a little bit piss poor to say, am I talking to a broom? You obviously know I'm talking to a broom. But you can't see the broom. So, you know. It's all about the mise en scène, you know. I realise it's not good to have a broom handle in the shot. Rincon says, love the passion we're showing, the fight. Absolutely. This is really good United performance here. Everyone's going for it. We're really trying to win the game. We're trying to add to our goal that we've already got. Realistically, you know, we've battered Inter in this game. First half was closer, but we were definitely the better team. We created a lot. Second half performance has just been another level. Inter have not been in it. United have looked really dangerous. We made the substitutions. We've been creating all sorts. Chong's looked amazing. Greenwood's looked absolutely outstanding with that goal and had another really good opportunity. So this is amazing, isn't it? This is a really, really good performance from us. Don't let anybody tell you this is not a good performance from United, because this is. You know me, I will tell you if it's a shite performance. I will absolutely berate these guys if it's a shite performance. But this isn't a shite performance. This is a freaking good performance, okay? Gaz says the broom adds to the organic feel. Fair play to you, man. I'll bear it in mind. Oh. Oh. Eric Bailey intercepting the ball very well there. He's another one. Eric Bailey, it's like we've seen so much great stuff from him. Injuries, red cards, and just not happened for him as it should have done. But he's another one. He could be the next Vidic for us. He absolutely could be. Who knows? We might just have the next Rio and Vidic already here in the shape of Lindelof and Bailey. But, oh, crikey, come on, send him, ref. Chong is causing all sorts of problems for Inter's defence. Skriniar has just taken him down. He's got a yellow card for himself. Skriniar, whatever the fuck his name is. And Chong just totally does his man down the left-hand side. And it is a cynical challenge. And Chong is absolutely upended there. So definite free kick. Chong with another bit of great play there, causing them all sorts of problems. Boom chaka. Chong's having a great game. He really is. I mean, bearing in mind he's only been on the pitch for like 20 minutes or so. Crikey, he's had a big impact. You look at the amounts of moments in play, of creative play that United have had joy in this last 25 minutes. He's been a part of a whole lot of them. He really has. Greenwood, 17 years of age as well. Look at him. He's a fresh-faced young lad, but you wouldn't know it. He's playing with a cool head. Looks like Andreas Pereira is going to whip this free kick into the box there, where we have the likes of Chong, the likes of Greenwood, everyone waiting for it. He's gone for goal, and it has hit the first man two-man wall there from Inter, and it has gone out for a United corner. Hold yourself, says everyone like this video. Thank you very much, pal. Do us a favour and chuck a like on it. Pereira with the corner in. Dealt with by Inter Milan there. Hopefully my commentary is coming through okay. Rudd did mention there were some weird noises on the mic earlier and stuff. So, oh, Inter Milan with a break, but it is really well dealt with by Eric Bailly. Great defending by Bailly. And Inter just can't get a sniff at the moment. They just cannot deal with United's attack. And even when they do get the ball and try to counter, Big Bailey's there to deal with it. Or you know, Ashley Young's distributing it fantastic from the back here. James Arnold, good to see you in here, mate. How you doing? Says, let's hope we see this going into the new season. Absolutely. You know, it's been a while, really, since we had a good pre-season. Last time we had a good pre-season, what was it? Did we finish second that season? We did have a good pre-season a couple of years ago, actually. But it does bode well for the start of the season. Of course it does. You want to have a good start to the season. You know, if we could get a win over Spurs and put in a good performance as well, I mean, that's really going to give the lads confidence going into the Premier League. You need games like this to gel, to grow, to give players opportunities to see who can step up, see who can stand out, see who Ole Gunnar's going to give opportunities to for the start of the season. You need games like this, but also to build confidence and build that team spirit, that unity, comfortable together as players. We've seen already that we've seen some of the interlinking play between Daniel James and Wan-Bissaka in the first half, the two new signings, very good indeed. And you've seen a lot of the play in the second half with some of these youngsters like Chong and Greenwood linking up and stuff like that, looking very, very good. So you need that. You need to get those players on the same page, playing together. Andreas Pereira's just picked up a yellow card. Let's see what that was for. Anthony Kaufman says, can I send a donation? If you really want to, Anthony, always much appreciated. You can super chat on the channel with a comment, or you can follow me on Patreon as well. There may be a link in the description. No, I don't think there is. But my Flying Pig United is the name of my Patreon page. You can always support me on there. It'd be much appreciated. Come on, lads. 90 minutes are up now. So 90 minutes gone. 4 minutes of added time. Do you think I should do a separate post-match live, quick 10-minute post-match reaction show? Or just talk about the end of the game here? Let me know if you think I should do that. Marty J says, good stream, Pig. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Hopefully coming through loud and clear. No issues with Wi-Fi and things like that. Antonio Conte looks a beaten man on the sidelines. He's not happy. Oh, Rudd, you absolute hero. Not only is he moderating, he's just super chatting and said, here's some money for coffee, Pig. Thank you very much, Rudd. Much appreciated, mate. That will actually exactly get me a coffee down the road as well. So much appreciated, mate. You're a legend. Rincon says, yes, do a post-match reaction. Thank you very much, Rincon. Do some post-match. Yeah, okay. I'll hop on and do a post-match reaction after this game's finished. So we will have an abrupt end in about 3 minutes' time when this video, when this game's finished. But stick around. I'll be back in a few minutes after that, just breaking down the game, some of the performances. I've probably said a lot already in this video, but to anybody who's not going to watch this 2-hour watch-along video, who just wants to find out what happened in the game, I'll of course do a post-match reaction. And everybody who's tuned in, thanks so much for stopping by and getting involved. It means the world to me, honestly. And not only that, make sure you keep a lookout for upcoming streams for games. I'm going to try and do as many as I can. I'm going to do all the tour games that remain in. We've got Spurs coming up, so keep a lookout for those. Another substitution by Manchester United at the end here. And Chong's coming off. It looks like he's picked up a knock. No, that is a nightmare. Has he picked up a knock? Shit. So if Inter can score in these last 2 minutes, there'll be a penalty shootout apparently. So International Champions Cup, no extra time, just goes to penalties as you would expect in a pre-season friendly tournament. But don't think that's going to happen. Inter have barely created anything this second half. United have dominated. We're looking comfortable. As I say that, they put a great ball in over the top here, and the ball's come into the box. It's a great header from Eric Bailly though, and Fred tackles as well to get rid of it, and it's cleared away. Yeah, it is too hot for the hat. I can see people saying, "Where's the hat?" Reaper 2004, shout out to you. It's too hot for the hat. Alex Rudd's right. But I'm gonna here it is actually. I'm gonna rock the hat in the post match because I only need to keep it on for 10 minutes before I get too sweltering, and then it starts to stink. 93 minutes, 12 seconds gone. Really good second half performance this from United. Very impressed with some of the performers, the young players that are playing. I was impressed with the first half performances as well, but this second half performance has been great. It really has. Anthony Kaufman, thank you very much for this super chat there, mate. Much appreciated, lad. You're a man of your word there. Shout out to you. And shout out to everybody else who's tuned in. I try to read out everybody's comments as we go along. Love the fact you guys interact with me on this channel and tune in for the live commentary. So thank you very much for getting involved and watching along and getting your thoughts in. Continue to do so. Before you go, smash a like on this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can follow me on social media at Mr. Flying Pig HD. But I'll actually be back in a few minutes once this final whistle is blown to discuss the game in a bit more depth, give you my post-match analysis of the pre-season game. Final whistle, get in there, my son. Have some of that Inter Milan. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United progress. Good performance from us. I'll get deep into that in the post-match reaction shortly. For now, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Thank Alex Rudd for keeping the spammers at bay. And everybody else, anybody who's super chatted, anybody who's commented, anybody who's chucked a like on this video, thanks very much for getting involved. United beat Inter Milan 1-0 in Singapore in the International Champions Cup. Boom shakalaka. And it was a good performance. And I'll get into that very, very soon. Thanks very much. This is the Pig.